Hi travelers, Tara here, Hidden Lotus Tarot, and I'm coming to you today with an elemental uh, reading for water, elemental water signs of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces for the time frame of February 26th today, the new moon eclipse, and March 12th. March 12th will be the full moon in Virgo. So if you do happen to have a moon in Virgo, this is a time frame for you to kind of perhaps put some things in place. Um, I do caution that you hold off around the eclipse today and 3 days after. So don't make any major decisions. For those of you who don't know where your moon sits, you can join my website membership. There are three options. There's a 30-day option for $7. There's a a 6-month option for $28 that is recurring, and a yearly membership of $50 that is also recurring. If you join that, what you get is you get to create yourself a regular birth chart, and then I send you a personalized chart that we use to do astrology. So there are articles there. There are the individual zodiac sign tarot card readings are there. There's an astrology gallery so that you can come over and learn how to read your birth chart. We're doing some predictive astrology techniques over on the site. There are lots of things over there. If you don't want to join for 6 months or a year, you can always get the 30-day $7. You don't like it after 30 days, you don't have to rejoin. So this reading is for again, for the water signs of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. This is a general reading, and the messages will not resonate with everyone. In order for you to gain more insight into your situation does require a personal reading. I do ask, if you choose to book a reading with me, that before you submit any money, any payment, or any booking form, and you have to do both of them, that you read the important information on booking, because that'll tell you how I conduct the readings, what information I need, like that. Every reader does it differently, okay? So I was pre-shuffling the cards, and I'm coming to you today with the Casanova deck, and I haven't read with him in quite some time. I also have the Sibilas and the Angel Answer cards. And what has come out as I was pre-shuffling are three cards. They are the King of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. Okay? Let me get the rest of the cards down, and then we'll get into the reading. This is just, like I said, I'm going to be doing the individual sign readings over on the website and post those up in the gallery. And I should get started on those by tomorrow. So for those of you who have joined the membership, please bear with me. Y'all know I've been working. I've been hoofing it like a Hebrew slave. New subscribers to the channel, thank you so much for joining. Diehards, thank you for sticking with me. I have already posted up a brand new article on transit watches today. The post, a lot of you who have joined should have received that. So get your charts and mark down those important dates in those transits, okay? You do know that if you have any questions, or if you, have a challenge, come over underneath the post. Now I'm going to get rid, I'm going to get rid of the form because I just don't like the way it's operating. So we'll be doing this strictly by post. So come over and post your factors, and then tell me what your challenge is, and I can take a look at your chart and we can see what could possibly be coming up for you. All right. Five of Cups. This is definitely a water sign reading. Seven of Swords. So I have two sevens here. Two of Cups. Six of Swords. Two of Swords. Two twos. And the Page of... No, I'm sorry. Yeah, the Page of Coins. Underneath the deck, I have the Fool card. Now, for those of you who don't know much about the tarot, it is broken into two groups. We have the major arcana, which are our life lessons and our spiritual lessons, the higher meaning of things. And then we have the pip cards. And the pip cards are our numbered cards. They go from 0 to 10. The aces to the number 10. They also incorporate our court cards. So this is going to be our pages, knights, kings, and queens. I have absolutely no major arcana in this spread. The overall energy of the spread ends with a major arcana, the Fool. Now, I have 2 sevens here, and 2 sevens warn of false friends or false relationships. But I also have 2 twos, and 2 twos speak to either having justifiable faith in. I think that's right. Let me, before I give you that, let me double check that and make sure. I want to make sure that I'm telling you the right thing here. Two twos speak to, this is one interpretation, harmonious changes and communication and the need to make a choice. And I can see there's choices here to be made. Okay. There's a choice between the way someone thinks and the way they feel. There is a conflict here because sevens represent an internal conflict, not a conflict from things happening on the outside. We do see that here because we have a 5 here, and the 5 represents outside changes, things sometimes that are beyond your control. Now, the 2 sevens, I'm going to give you this interpretation. It says that self-confidence issues may cause instability in the relationship. Now, I'm going to give you, I don't know where my, I'm going to pull up another window. Hold up here. And I'm going to give you another interpretation of the 2 twos and the 2 sevens here. So 1 second. We're going to just pull this card up. And then I'm going to give you the 2 sevens, okay? So 1 second. 2 twos in a spread tells of a commitment or an engagement. And then let me go back. And give you the 2 sevens. Bear with me. I don't know where my tablet is. I just got up this morning. Okay. 2 sevens appearing in a spread together. Yes, warn of false friends. So, right in the center, I have the 7 of swords. Now, for those of you, again, who don't know anything about the tarot, swords represent ideas, thoughts, beliefs, communications, perceptions, ideas, imagination. That communication is not only the communication between other people, but the most important communication, that self-talk, the one that you have with yourself. So I have 1, 2, 3 swords cards. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cup cards. I have a wands and a coins. The cups simply relate to emotions, okay? It is about, but you can have emotions about anything. And emotions can range from love to hate to joy to happiness. Emotions. The wands are typically associated with work, but I also look at the wands as having an emotional component because that is your factor, your motivating factor. The wands is what gives you your motivation, your drive, and your ambition, okay? The coins can represent finances in that sense, but they also represent the doing of something. It's the physical part of doing the work or the physical plane. So right in the center, I have the way the cards are read are past, present, and future. Past, present, and future with the interplay of the cards. So what I'm looking at in the center is the 7 of swords. And in this deck, this is Casanova having lunch with one of the famous baronesses. They are having a conversation, yes, but are they also planning things? Typically, the 7 of swords traditionally in the tarot can speak to deception and lies about something or something hidden from you. Here, what's interesting in this deck is in the regular tarot, the 7 of swords has someone skulking away with 5 swords in their hands and 2 swords are stuck on the ground. In this deck, there are three swords, and I don't know if you can see those. There are three swords sticking down here. So three swords are an indication to three people in a situation, or it is about a disappointment of some sort, okay? Something quite painful. So this is, everything else is going on around this. And I see this King of Cups at the top. Now, this is going to apply whether you are same-sex or heterosexual, whomever is going to take the role of the female and or the male in the relationship. And what I'm looking at the top is I'm looking at this King of Cups and I'm the Ten of Cups, which is speaking to intense happiness or extreme emotional happiness. But at the same time, what you see are these two people, they have on masks. So this is an indication that sometimes what you think these 10 cups represent can be an illusion. This is about perhaps pretending that everything is okay. And I do sense in one particular instance that is the case, because we have this Seven of Wands and there are two people dueling each other here. Sometimes I look at this because the sevens represent an internal conflict. To me, this speaks of this particular king having some type of spiritual crisis, internal conflict over what does this Ten of Cups mean for him. Okay. I can see that this particular king there has been a loss here. Here is the Five of Cups. This is about the forbidden fruit. This is about perhaps doing something that you should not have done, or doing something that perhaps did not occur in the manner that makes you feel good. It is about a loss. We have two cups here. We have two cups over here. And then there's a cup there. So to me, this speaks of some type of separation or an emotional adjustment. That's how I always view the Five of Cups, as some type of emotional readjustment. Okay. But we can see that this king is perhaps either literally or figuratively is traveling away from this. Okay. The Six of Swords can be about actual moving away from something, obviously moving away from something that is painful or that is a loss for this king. Maybe this person is traveling right now. Maybe they are having to travel for work. I don't know. Maybe they could be on a sabbatical. Maybe they, have become so overwhelmed with whatever this Five of Cups is that they've decided I need a break. They take away. But it is also about the psychological moving away of something. Okay. To me, the row across the center here, which is the present energy at the time. And again, please keep in mind that this is a general reading and it will not resonate with everyone. But I'm looking at this particular loss. I feel that the female who is represented as the nun in this is perhaps someone who represents something pure, someone pure, the energy of pureness, someone who is perhaps untouchable, perhaps someone who, chaste is not the word, but someone who has that energy around them of a real purity, okay? But here I have this Seven of Swords, and that is the card that kind of stands out for me, because I don't know if this is a conversation. You see, we have a loss and then there's a conversation. And then there are the two cups here. Now, the two cups, no matter how you look at it, speak to the kind of relationship where everything is in balance. This is a kind of relationship where you energetically, you feel better, you think clearer, you are happier, the sun shines. This person can represent to you a way of feeling, thinking, and being that is different than any other way you've ever felt before. And then we have someone who's not only moving away in some respect from either this loss, and you see, this is the Two of Cups in disguise. But the 7 says that there's some either thought around it where either maybe perhaps someone doesn't believe that that's the case, or maybe there's something going on under in the background with someone else. There are the 3 swords there. And we go from the 6 to the 2. And the 2 is really all about, in this deck, it is about getting to the truth of showing yourself as you truly are. Okay, and then we have this page of coins. And the page of coins can sometimes be about, in this particular deck, it is the purchaser, someone who looks with greedy eyes at the thing that they want. So this could be about someone who may be struggling with what it is they really want within a relationship. We can see the 2 here, that this is what the person, so does the person feel they have to purchase that? Do they feel that maybe they feel they're going to have to give up something? I really don't know. I'm going to look at that 7 of Swords there. We can see here that this king has been in some type of contract or negotiation or conversation where I don't think things have been abundantly clear. Why? And pages bring news and messages, okay? Because they have on a mask here. But at some point in time, we can see that there was some truth spoken there. Why? Because the 2 people don't have on masks. Okay? The diagonal here, the 7 of Swords, the 5 of Cups, and then the Page of Pentacles here. So there's obviously some conflict with the way this king is viewing this nun individual. Okay, you see, he's already, and maybe the 7 is about guilt. Okay, because we all know that he shouldn't be doing what he's doing with that nun. We know that, okay? And then here we have the king over to the 2 of Cups. This is the relationship that I want. Maybe they had to leave, abscond the relationship for some reason. But they are now, they've given it wide berth. Let's put it that way. But then here comes the Fool. And the Fool in this text speaks to a different perception of reality. But traditionally, the Fool is all about a new opportunity coming in, a new cycle, a chance to put things behind you. It represents the energy of Uranus. So this can be a sudden change in the way somebody thinks or feels. I think it's the way they feel. And I say that because of the profusion of cups in the spread. But I think there's still some kind of conflict. And I do sense that there's going to be some kind of news. I still don't believe that the news is going to be clear. Why? Because I don't know if this is about real conversations or if this is going to be, kind of idle chit chat where nobody gets down to the point of what they need to really be talking about. Okay. And that's why this 2 of Swords has come. This is about really, really getting to the truth of things and revealing yourself as to who you are. Perhaps this king is not ready. I'm going to pull a card. The most tricky card in this spread. You see, we have the 7 of Wands, the 7 of Swords, and the 6 of Swords here. So this is some kind of duel or battle, but it's an internal conflict between what the person desires or their ambition or what they're going to, how they're going to do whatever it is that they need to do. Do they have enough passion to it? They're conflicted about it. And there needs to be some conversation, some talks here. But we see that somebody has absconded or they've run away from that in some respect. I'm sorry. Let me start this again. Let me pull cards on this 7. The 7 of Swords also represents the time frame of the moon in Aquarius. And we have just had the first eclipse on February 12th was a moon in Aquarius eclipse. It was a full moon in Aquarius eclipse. So this could also be speaking to a time frame. Something being activated. And I say that because it is swords. within this person's conscious or their beliefs or their ideas. This can be an indication that there may be eventually someone coming to the truth of the situation, and they may be ready to talk about it here, in which case this is going to be a brand new opportunity to put this behind. Does it mean that this person is going to come back and speak to you about perhaps joining forces? I don't know. That's going to require a personal reading. I think there's some distrust here, because this card can sometimes be about being foolish and being naive. Okay. I think the most telling card for me in the deck, in the spread, is this Ten of Cups. To me, that speaks volumes. And this could be about someone who has had the experience of being burned perhaps in the past. And that is perhaps why we have all of this other weird energy that don't make no sense going on. So let's take a look at, we've all been burned in the past, yes? In some way, shape, or form. Whether it be through romance, business, friendships, familial. I say sometimes with family, you don't need enemies. Well, remember I was saying it's like there's 3 people in the situation, even though I don't see another female in here. And what I'm looking at is someone who's constrained. They can't make a move. There's a meeting with this Donna Maritata. Now, the Donna Maritata is the married woman, or it is having respect for a married woman. But if this woman is not married, then this is a woman who has nurturing capabilities. See, she's taking care of those kids. And to me, it's it kind of speaks to perhaps there were conversations had, perhaps someone wanting to, for whatever reason, they have been unable to make a move, and they have met someone, perhaps that they want to move forward with. But then we have the rest of this. There's a definite loss here. Now, is this due to the fact that this person still has obligations to someone else in a previous relationship? Perhaps. Why do I say that? Well, because that woman in this card is also married, you see? So maybe this is about someone who's in love with a married person, a married individual, and is wanting that person to leave their house and their home, okay, to be with them. I really don't know what this is trying to say to me. And that's the thing about eclipses, is they don't always show us everything that we need to see. Let's take a look at the Six of Swords here and see who shows up with the Six of Swords. What shows up? What can the Six of this moving away? But it's like the person is trying to move into really the truth of intimacy and what that means. You see, we can, on the outside, we can have all the trappings of a great relationship on the outside to the outside world. But what's it like really? What do we think about it? You know, it's swords. The sword cards. And there's some dichotomy in the way the person is thinking. That's apparent. Let's take a look at the Six of Swords here. I have speranza, hope. I have fedeltà, loyalty and faithfulness. And I have denari. Okay, well, I'm not really looking at this in terms of financial security, although it very well could be. Maybe there's been some delay or holdup due to someone being restrained because of financial, okay? I'm really looking at the denari as being the concept of security. A safe is where you put your valuables. It's where you put those things that are most precious to you. This is where you lock them away. And this could even be about someone who has locked away their thoughts on what they feel. But yet these two cards say that they are hoping and or waiting for this type of, and so they are either, they've had to move away from a situation for some reason, or they are gaining some distance away from whatever the problem is. This is the problem, I believe. So I'm going to look at that card. That's the problem. Whatever this Five of Cups is, this is the problem. It's not that Seven of Wands. That just says that the person is conflicted in some way. You see, the Two of Swords can also be about being of two minds. This person is conflicted. And the Seven sits between the Two of Cups in disguise and the Two of Cups. So maybe this is about a choice between two people for this king. Yes, this king, there was an ending. And that king is now, he's thinking about that. And I think he's coming to realize that it really was something that he's been waiting for a very, very long time. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Well, well, the Fool card comes in to say that we've got a Uranus transit going on. That's Uranus and Aries. Aries is all about the self and the ego. So this is, it looks in some respect like it is a conflict between me and we in some way, shape, or form. That's not quite what it is. There really is something else going on here that I think is very, very painful for this king. You know, I don't know. So, water signs, that is what I have for you in this reading. So for those of you that this reading did not answer your question, I would like for you now to formulate. It's going to be interesting once I do the individuals. I'm hoping that that story will continue. It's quite interesting. Please formulate a question in your mind for those of you that this spread did not answer or give you any insight into what you're looking for. Perhaps maybe you're not having a romantic conflict with anybody. And again, that's a water sign male. Okay, that energy is distinctly male. He was the only person who showed up. So this angel answer may give you the answer that you seek. It may provide you some comfort and solace, or it may give you a bit of advice on how to handle this particular situation if you are this water sign male person, or if you're dealing with someone who is a water sign male individual. Again, formulate your question in your mind, and I'm going to pull one card. Well, it says to be assertive. I don't know what that means. It kind of doesn't fit with this reading. I'm sure it might have something to do with it, but if it doesn't, and some of you were trying to figure out what you need to do about a situation, it says be assertive. So that's what I have for you. If you'd like to, join in over on the website, please go over and take a look. As I said, the individual monthlies, I will start posting those tomorrow. So until next time, namaste.